What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K-Flex and I'm back here with another video. And the Dolphins select Christian Wilkins, first round draft pick, defensive tackle out of Clemson. Now, starting off with this pick, I wasn't the happiest in the world, not because of his talent level, just because Haskins was on the board. But right now, I am happy with this pick. Shout out to Christian Wilkins. I just want to say, first of all, shout out to Christian Wilkins because he is now a member of the Miami Dolphins, and I seen him jumping up on stage. He almost tackled Roger Goodell. He was crying. He was really emotional. So that's the type of attitude I like to see on the Dolphins. I hear that he has great character, which is also, obviously a plus. He seems like he really, loves football, and he's going to give us everything he has. I believe it. So I am excited about the Christian Wilkins pickup, but I have to update y'all exactly about, how I feel about it. Okay, now, at first, if you wasn't in the live stream, shout out to the people that viewed it. We had a lot of viewers in there. I appreciate all of you guys. In the live stream, I was upset for a little while because the reason why I was upset because Dwayne Haskins was on the board and we did not draft him. We chose to get a defensive tackle over Haskins, who I feel like could be a franchise quarterback. Now, if you don't feel like Haskins could be a franchise quarterback, then obviously you don't mind it. But with me, I felt like Haskins could be a franchise quarterback, so I was pretty pissed off, okay? Because in my opinion, a franchise quarterback is way more important than a defensive tackle, okay? In my opinion. So I feel like Haskins was a franchise quarterback, and that is what it is. I was never upset with getting Christian Wilkins. I think I watch his highlights, I watch him in his film. I think he has talent. But even with that being said, I would have rather taken Haskins. If we could rewind time right now, I would still take Haskins over Christian Wilkins. However, I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. For the life of me though, I just don't understand, and it just seems like to me the Miami Dolphins in most of their fan base does not value quarterback, and for the life of me, I will never understand that. It's like, it's great we got a defensive tackle over a quarterback, and that's okay because why? Because we needed a defensive tackle. Well, yeah, we need a quarterback too. So, I don't understand, for the life of me, it's like we had Tannehill for a long-ass time. We've only drafted 3 quarterbacks in the first round in the history of the team, Bob Grease, Dan Marino, and Tannehill. It's just like, at what point, I feel like just we don't care about quarterback at all. We've been in quarterback hell for so long, and we're either gonna pick up one in free agency, we'll go trade for teams, but we won't want to draft ours for our future. We don't ever do that, and it's really just fucking bothers me a lot. Okay, I just feel as though the Dolphins do not value quarterback at all, because if they did, I feel like they would have picked a lot more quarterbacks than what they have picked. Okay, after we had Dan Marino, I feel like we haven't valued a quarterback ever since. Because we didn't win with Dan Marino and we said quarterback's not that important, so ever since then we haven't ever, I just don't feel like we valued quarterback at all. So we chose not to get Haskins, and that's what really bothered me. It's like, okay, I see an opportunity to get a franchise quarterback, in my opinion, and like I said, it's my opinion, a franchise quarterback, and you pass on it for a defensive tackle. No matter how good that defensive tackle was, I didn't look at it from that perspective. I looked at it as, it's a freaking franchise quarterback, and he needs to be taken. Now we can talk about the ultimate plan to get Tua, but now you're telling me, when you're saying, okay, we pass on Haskins and we can get Tua next year, you're telling me I have to root for my team to lose, is what you're telling me. That, just keep it honest with me. You're telling me I have to sit up here and I have to say, Miami Dolphins, I want y'all to lose every game next season. I can't root for y'all to win so we can get a quarterback, when we could have had one this year without any of that, okay? That's what you're telling me. You're telling me that, or even with the other quarterbacks, you want to talk about Fromm or Herbert, they're going to be early draft picks anyway. Herbert going to be a top 10 pick, so I have to root for my team to lose next season. Because if we win and we won't get that top 10 pick, we're not getting Fromm or Herbert. We're not getting Herbert or Tua unless we trade up. So I have to root for my team to lose next season for the ultimate plan. And I just didn't agree with that, and I felt like there was a plan, there was a way to where we did not have to tank or lose next season, and that was by drafting Dwayne Haskins, and we didn't do it. Now, that's why I was completely upset about the draft pick. It was never about Christian Wilkins' talent, though. And to be quite honest with you, besides Haskins, he was probably my favorite player left on the board. So I'm not angry with Christian Wilkins' pick at all. He's going to be great for us. I believe he's going to be great for us. And we definitely needed a defensive tackle at that position. Did we need it more than a franchise quarterback? No, but we definitely needed it. So I cannot be that angry. My only wish is that we draft for Rosen. We trade for Rosen, which I don't know, and hopefully it's not nothing crazy, maybe a 3rd rounder, hopefully. Or B, we draft a quarterback in these later rounds. Those are my only 2 requests. Can we give ourselves an opportunity to get the quarterback of the future? That's all I ask. If it's not Haskins, it's Haskins. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not okay, but it's okay now because it happened. But you know, can we at least get ourselves a chance? And like I say, if we draft a quarterback in the 3rd, 4th round this year, and even if we suck this year and maybe he doesn't get in the game often, because like with our offensive line, Fitzpatrick is probably gonna get hurt, so he probably will get in the game. If he gets in the game and he sucks, whatever, we can still get Tua. Okay, it's just a 4th round draft pick we might have wasted on a quarterback that we don't need. But if he turns out to be good, then, you know, it's a whole other thing. Like, for instance, if we draft Will Grier, who is honestly my favorite pick left on the board right now, at the time you're seeing this video, the second round hasn't started yet. I really hope we get Will Grier to give us the opportunity to maybe get the quarterback of the future this year. But that's the only thing I was mad about, because quarterback is so important. I'm looking at the teams that won the Super Bowl: Tom Brady, Russell Wilson. Looking at the teams that made it to the conference finals this season, or the NFC Championship game and the AFC Championship game. You had Tom Brady, you had Patrick Mahomes, you had Jared Goff. Who was the 4th in the AFC or in the NFC? Who played the? I don't know what the 4th quarterback is, but you had great quarterbacks. It was no terrible quarterbacks with good defensive linemen making it to the damn championship. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like quarterback is just so valuable, and I just don't feel like, you know, it is valued enough in Miami, to be honest. However, I'm over it, and I have to look at it as from a glass half full instead of a glass half empty perspective. I was looking at it from a perspective of, we didn't get Haskins. Oh my God, like we lost everything. However, I wasn't looking at it from what we've gained. We definitely urgently needed a defensive tackle. We got one of the best in the whole entire draft at defensive tackle, you know, and that's something that to be happy about, you know what I'm saying, on that defensive line. And obviously, you know, I did want Ed Oliver, but Bills got him. But, you know, Christian Wilkins, a guy, I'm gonna do even more research on him. But for what I've seen, man, he looks really good. I always question, you know, players that are on a good defensive line. Like, he was on a good defensive line. He was there with Cleveland Farrell. He was there with Dexter Lawrence. So it's like, I always question, like, okay, were you the defense's main focus? Is that why you went off? Is that why you went crazy? But regardless of the situation, I really do like the fact that we got him. With all this being said, guys, like I said, it's a great pick. My only request, though, after this 1st round draft pick, I see what the Miami Dolphins are doing, build these trenches, that's great. My only request is, can we please draft a quarterback? Whether it's Ryan Finley, whether it's Will Grier, whether it's traded for Josh Rosen, can we please get a young quarterback on this roster? You know what I'm saying? Because Tua, like I said, is never guaranteed. Let's get us a young quarterback and let's make something happen. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't make something happen, then get Tua later. But at the end of the day, we have to get a young quarterback on this roster. I feel that's just how I feel. And I'm not talking about no 6th, 7th round quarterback off the practice squad. No, what's his name with the tattoo? I've already forgot his name. What's the dude that was our backup this year? David Fells. David Fells. Yeah, David Fells. That's who it is. David Fells. I'm not talking about no David Fells. I'm talking about one with actual potential. And I think if we do that, if we can get a quarterback with actual potential, obviously we maybe can get a guard or a tackle in the 2nd round. I really like the way the draft will be going after that. You know what I'm saying? Even if we didn't get Haskins, I would say we won the draft. But we have to. It's no way we can go in the season with Ryan Fitzpatrick and no young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And just say we're getting Haskins, we're getting Tua. Even though the coaches have said they're not tanking, even though the GM said they're not tanking, even though everybody says we're not tanking, and I actually believe that we're not tanking. Obviously, the players aren't tanking. It's no way we can just go in there without a young quarterback and just say, F it, we'll get one later. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't understand it. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it. But like I said, man, Christian Wilkins, come in, dominate, please. Hopefully you have great coaches. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be huge for him as well. The Brian Flores and those guys, they know what to do with him. Obviously, it's like I said, it's their team. So they said Christian Wilkins was #1 on their draft board. So if that's the case, man, you obviously see something, and they haven't gave me a reason to not trust them. So I have to just trust this pick, go with the pick. Like I said, if I could rewind time, if it was my choice, I would still get Haskins. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying, I'm happy with the Christian Wilkins. I understand it 100%. And we definitely need to get a quarterback later, and that's pretty much it. That's how I feel about this 1st round draft pick. This guy, he can play, you know, anywhere on the line. Any, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about his character. His character is good. He has a degree and all that stuff, which I really, honestly, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people love that stuff. I know the Patriots, blah, 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 whatever. I don't care the Patriots way, or he has great character and all that. A lot of people love that stuff. Y'all know me. I don't care about that. You know, he's supposed to be a culture changer. He's good for the culture. All that culture stuff, bro, I do not like that. Last time we was doing all this culture change stuff, it did not work out. So I don't be caring about none of that stuff. So when people say this guy's going to change the culture or bring a good culture, I don't care, because it was some people that brought a good coach last season and it didn't lead to the W's, okay? You got to bring talent with that. So I do believe he'll be great. Like I said, I do believe he'll be great with the coaching staff. And like I said, they still haven't given me a reason not to trust him. So we're going to see what happens. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the Dolphins' first round draft pick. Is your boy K flexing? I look forward to the second round draft pick. I will make another video. I'm out.